Coming on early, that's good news, isn't it?
I know, right?
Shut up, sorry.
Hi, we're live. Hi everybody, we're live from the paddock in the Canadian Grand Prix and at the Canadian Grand Prix, and I've got a really cool guest who doesn't actually drive a car for us, but who's hopefully well known to you guys. It's Will Buxton from Formula One.
I did drive one of your cars once, as I get some fluff on my face. Yeah.
Did you drive the 2012 E20, our beloved?
Did I drive the E20 or the E22? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
But yeah. It was really quick. I wasn't really quick. I got it all wrong. I tried to go flat out through C and it didn't work. My little gentleman said, no, you're not going flat out through there. I didn't have the guts. But yeah, this is a bit weird. I'm on the other side of the
I'm loving this.
fence.
I am going to interview you.
It's
and
not
you're gonna
nice.
Have to try not to interview me back.
Yeah, I don't like sitting on this side. It's strange.
This is brilliant. So you guys, in case you don't know, you should know, but Will is a professional a journalist and commentator and interviewer. You've been in Formula One for donkeys and GP2 before that.
I think this is year 17 now, believe it or not. I mean,
You're
look at
21.
that. It's Botox.
We're getting comments in already.
Carlos.
It's going to be everyone we
Great,
know.
thanks,
yeah,
Carlos.
literally.
Okay. 17 years. I started at the official F1 magazine in 2002. I started there, but I was at grandprix.com before that. And it's really weird. Working for Formula One again now is amazing. It's like coming home. And I walked into the office in London, and there's still some of the same people that were in the office when I worked at F1 Mag back in 2002. So really crazy, really cool, amazing. And I just working for Liberty it's fantastic because they've given us enough rope to hang ourselves, which is nice.
Yeah.
And to be able to do things like this and all the content that we're doing on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, and I'm not going to turn this into a commercial, but it's great. It's so much fun to be able to do all of that. I love it. So and I'm sure you guys can feel it. It's a little bit different to how it's been.
And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really fun.
And it's good for us as well. Like we're getting to do stuff like that. We couldn't do Facebook Lives before, so
exactly.
I didn't know if you could come on a team's Facebook Live.
Well, I kind of just asked permission like 5 minutes ago. So
excellent. Oops, sorry.
It's cool.
So listen, I like to, we'll watch out for comments, but I have actually asked some of our friends and fans some questions, and we've had some great response. So I'll let you know.
Okay.
So the first one is from Pierre. He's from France.
Okay.
And he asks, how many times do you cut your hair and how much do you pay?
Which Pierre from?
There's going to be a theme.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Guys, I've gone up and down the paddock, and all the questions are from Formula One drivers. So this is Pierre Gasly's question. They are totally getting your own back.
Not you, him. Oh my God. Okay, how much? Okay,
by the way, this is the tamest question of the lot.
So it used to be not all that much, but then I thought because I'm doing I'm sort of doing lots, and I needed to. So I like every fortnight now, I just go to a local barber's and get them to trim the sides. I did quite a bit on the last one, and I spend far too much on product trying to get this thing to stand up. I actually have really curly hair, and this year I've started to blow dry it in the morning, Bastard. Thanks, Pierre. Okay, great. Yeah.
Now you know how we feel, like girls.
It's horrible.
Yeah, and it's expensive.
It's horrible, and I wondered now. My girlfriend every morning wakes up and the hairdryer's going for 20 minutes, and I used to get really frustrated, and now I get it.
Now you use the hairdryer.
Now I use the hairdryer. Exactly.
We have another question from a French driver called Esteban.
Okay.
And he's asking, how do you plan to get your own back on the prank that he did to you recently?
Yeah, in Monaco, he was all behind me like while I was doing stuff. I can't say, although I'm trying to get on side with his trainer because I remember a prank that was pulled on Heinz-Harald Frentzen when he drove for Williams. So if anybody in the paddock remembers that story, I think it was Montoya pulled a prank on Frentzen. So if I can get access to his cool-down room while he's in session...
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. You know the Force India PR people are watching, by the way. So
doesn't involve them.
Get on board. Get on board. Okay, Marcus from Sweden.
Okay.
Marcus Eriksson. I get asked this a lot. Now it's your turn. What do you think of getting rid of the grid girls, pro or con?
As Liberty Media have already said, the sport is advancing in many different ways, and it's no longer a relevant part of where the sport wishes to take itself. Talking to Nico yesterday, Nico said that he thought he had a better race in Monaco, and he thought it was because the grid girls were there.
Yes, he has said that.
He did actually say that.
Yep.
I don't know. You know, it's an odd thing, isn't it? I am.
My comment back to Nico was, what were you doing? You were supposed to be focused. It's just before the race.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, does it make the racing any better? No.
No.
Are you not going to come to a race because there are no grid girls at the race? If the answer to that is yes, you're probably not going for the racing. So.
Controversial. I like the grid kids.
I like the grid kids,
really
they're
like
cool.
the grid
And I
kids.
like the interaction that the drivers have
Yeah.
with them. But, you know, look, if some circuits do that still, if that's their thing, if that's their culture, you know, thanks, Oz.
Nightmare.
Thanks, Marcus.
Sorry. Yeah, thanks, Marcus. Talking of Nico, his question is,
Okay.
did you always plan to annoy Formula One drivers for a living?
Yes. Since the age of 13. All I wanted to do is to be a Formula One journalist and to write about this sport that I love. And hopefully to sort of write about them and tell folks at home how amazing they are and what they do. So not annoy them, but it's kind of part of the job, really, isn't it?
Absolutely. Now this one, I don't think I need to name him because the question's going to give it away.
Okay.
Who's your favourite Belgian driver?
Baz Linders.
Sorry, Stoffel.
No, Jerome D'Ambrosio. No, Jerome. Jerome and Baz.
Okay, nice.
Equally.
Okay, nice. Oh my God, this is the usual photo bomb. Maple syrup. Jack.
Can I keep that for later? Thanks, Jack. Cheers, man. Amazing. Thanks, Jack.
Every time. You're actually going to have to give that
Oh,
back.
no.
blatantly.
Oh, do I have to?
Blatantly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, they've
see,
already
there you
taken
go.
it.
Yep. I could see that coming.
Not fair.
So mean. So mean. Carlos from Spain would
Oh,
like
cool.
to know, if you had to choose for all European races between flying on a seaplane or riding a donkey without a saddle, what would it be?
Riding a donkey without a saddle.
And why is he
I'd let
asking that question?
I'd let the donkey sit on my back, to be honest. Why? Because we had to go on a seaplane yesterday. I don't like boats. I don't like little enclosed spaces. And Oz and I sat on this seaplane thing yesterday, and I was terrified. Like the takeoff was fine, the landing was fine, but for the 45 minutes in the air, I was gripping the front seat like that, and then I was gripping my seat at the side,
holding the plane
and
together.
I was trying to.
Yeah, you were.
I thought I had to. It was built in 1955, and the engine was built in 1929, and it was oh my God, it was terrifying, and every little bump and
Yeah, I'd hear a squeal.
thing,
Yeah.
squeal, I was screaming, and I was holding my breath, and then we landed, and Nico turned around, and he was just like, "You all right, Willie?" And I just went, "Bah," and just this massive burp. Luckily, I didn't spew, but I felt close the whole way.
Yeah,
Hated it.
I was
Hated
worried.
every second of it. And I saw Pierre from the FIA this morning came up to me, and he was like, "Oh my God, you did this amazing thing yesterday. It's something I've always wanted to do. You're
how
so
Pierre
lucky."
talks.
Yeah, something like that. He was like, "You're so lucky," and I was like, "Nah, mate. It was horrible. It was the worst thing I've ever done. Not fun."
Yeah, you didn't take the plane back, did you?
No, I got a lift
Got
back.
driven
I
back.
got driven back 2 hours. I would have rather sat in a car for 2 hours than the 30-minute plane journey. I hated it that much. It was awful.
Moving on. Jason from Scotland would like to know, what's the worst thing your producers ever made you do? That would be Jason, your producer.
That would be getting the seaplane yesterday. What else? He's made me do some dumb things over the year. He made me. So we did a feature in Monaco a few years back with Lewis
Yeah.
on jet skis, and he made me, because it was Monaco, he made me get up in a tux. So I was in a tux on the jet ski, but I had to put the tux on top of all of the inflatable things and everything, and the flotation devices. So I just looked like really bulky. I looked like I'd put on loads of weight. That was kind of stupid. What else? Oh yeah, he asked me to get up and say some words at his wedding, and I'd had far too much to drink. He probably regrets that himself, though. So.
Nice one, that's what friends do.
Exactly.
What else
This
have
is
I
fun.
got?
I'm enjoying this.
Good.
This is cool. This is cool.
Fernando from Spain. I think
No,
you know who that is.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, I am asking you a question. I will be asked a lot this weekend. Oh, he's made it about himself.
Oh my
Since
God.
it's my 300th race here. Actually, you may have asked that to me too.
Yeah.
What was your best F1 race so far?
Oh, I thought he was going to ask me what was my favourite race of his that he'd run. Oh man. So I've done 200 races. China was my 200th.
Wow.
Brazil will be my 400th race in all championships that I've covered.
Wow.
I don't know. Favourite race or favourite F1 race?
F1 race.
Okay, favourite F1 race. I think maybe here, when Jensen won on the last lap.
Yes. Probably my favourite.
It was amazing because after about an hour and a half, I thought I was going to get hypothermia. And Jenny Gow, it was her first race, and she got me a cup of tea, and it was really nice. But we were standing outside waiting for Lewis to come out for the whole race, and it was rained on and soaking, and it was a great race. It was a great day. I went back to the hotel afterwards, and hey, Nico.
Oh, Nico Huckelberg. Yeah, you can see him.
No, they think it's Billy Idol with the hair, and yeah, and I went back to the hotel that night, and I put my trainers in the microwave. But it wasn't a microwave; it was a convection oven, so it set them on fire. So that was fun. And also, I think when Lewis won the championship in Brazil was amazing as well. Just the high and low in the media centre just during that race was absolutely astonishing. There have been some 200 Grand Prix. I can't believe I've done more than 200 Grand Prix. It's kind of crazy. So they've all been a joy. And the day that I come into the paddock and it's not a joy is the day that I will quit and go and do something else. And I think that's probably true of everybody here, because it's a lot of travel. It's a lot of time away from home and my daughter and family. So if the day ever turns up where, you know, I'm miserable walking into this paddock, then I'll go do something else. Yeah, absolutely.
I hope not soon.
And also all of Fernando's victories. Obviously, they were obviously Fernando. Thank you.
Yeah. Go Fernando. This one's slightly less built. Daniel from Australia.
Right.
Have you been to any Montreal strip clubs yet?
Not this year.
Is there a story behind that, or is it?
No, but I used to be a single man, so you know, Montreal has a lot to offer. There was a, I don't know if it's shut down now. There used to be a strip club here called Super Sex, and I remember you'd walk past, and outside the chap would say Super Sex, and Jason's brilliant retort to him one year was, "I'll have the soup." So that was quite good.
Nice.
Anyway, there you go.
Charles from Monaco. What race would you add to the Formula One calendar if you could choose?
Fiji.
Oh, yeah.
Or Barbados, Bushy Park. I love Barbados, but the problem with that is that then everyone would go to Barbados and it would be full of everyone, and you go for a holiday to sort of escape everyone.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't mean everyone, all the fans. I mean like all of you guys.
Then, all of us would be there on holiday. We'd literally just hang by the pool.
I mean, that's cool. We could hang out. I don't mind that because we're mates. Could hang out anyway. But you know.
Anyway, still life.
Still life, exactly.
Okay, all right. 2 more questions.
Oh, cool.
One
okay.
really quick one.
Oh, cool. Is this one not so good then?
No.
Okay.
Most memorable interview.
Jules Bianchi in, and I'll go fine.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's cool. In Hungary. And it was lovely, and what was really nice was it was a really good interview with him, and he was really honest, and it was really pure. And then after everything happened, we put the whole interview up unedited, and it was, you know, as it turned out, it was a really lasting kind of insight into who he was and who he could and should have been. So I'm really ridiculously proud that exists, and that will always be there. It will always sit up on YouTube or wherever else, and people will be able to look back on that, and you know, the questions that I asked will hopefully show the world who he was. So that's probably one of my most, if not the most memorable interview I've ever done. Probably now for the wrong reasons, but also for the right ones.
Yeah. I'm going to ask a very completely unrelated, stupid question now.
Okay.
But we do ask all our guests this question, and it is the last question of the interview because you've now got to go do some work.
Okay.
Sauce with the pizza.
Sauce with the pizza? What do you mean?
If you have a pizza,
do
you have a sauce to dip the pizza in?
Well, so love a Domino's pizza. So yeah, have the garlic and herb dip. Crusts go in that all the time. Absolutely. People that have ketchup with pizza, no, you don't dip the crust in ketchup. Mayonnaise, also possibly not. Garlic and herb dip from Domino's. It is what life is all about.
There you go. I think we're going to get it.
Finish with that.
All right. Thanks,
Oz. Thanks, guys. Bye.